What are you good at? Overthinking. The art of complicating a quite ordinary line of words into a greatly unnecessary amount of words to further complicate the words and understanding. Being a disappointment lol. I suppose I'm a decent writer though. Taking the blame. Seeing the bright side of less than ideal situations. Running. Being hurt by other people. Being took advantage of. Video games well used to be. Listening to people. Culinary skills. I can name any vehicle make and model by only the taillights. Listening to others. I'd rather ask questions and learn about other people than talk about myself. Being ugly. Being single. Enjoying life. What is your opinion of South Park? Hilarious, and usually more accurate and forward-thinking than we give it credit for. Trey Parker and Matt Stone deserve all the success they get. Good show, but I'm not subscribing to Paramount Plus just for that. Still love it. I just started replaying Stick of Truth again last night. I love it. Each episode either contains some of the best piece of satire and comedy ever, or is super corny and cringe. No in between. Pretty good, though the Randy Farm season was kinda meh. I like it. I am a big fan of satire. One of my favorites. Comical genius. I love that they stay on top of current events. They serve us up the world in the most entertaining way. The United States had an accounting error and now needs to remove 5 states from the Union. You are in charge of this decision. Which states are getting let go? New England becomes 1 state. Texas, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Just take out the entire Gulf Coast. Combine all with Ohio. Hawaii goes back to being its own kingdom. Canada can have Alaska. Texas can secede if they want and deal with their crumbling infrastructure. Missouri sucks, and Alabama. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, and Georgia. Edit. How could I forget Alabama? Ohio, 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 and lastly Ohio. What do you miss about being a teenager? Freedom from responsibility. Not a horrible time of my life. I choose adulthood, bills and responsibilities 1000x over. Not much aside from being fairly indestructible. Friends. Concerts didn't have people holding up cell phones fucking up all the energy in the room. Aside from that, I can't really think of much. Holy shit, did those years ever suck. No bills to pay. As a 47-year-old skateboarder who's been riding for 35 years, I miss my body being indestructible, being able to skate 8 hours a day every day. Plus I miss having all my shit paid for by mom, my first real sponsor. My mom and dad, and feeling like they would always be there. Having a really good metabolism. The boredom and the freedom and the time spent alone. What's the one thing you hate about yourself? Is everything an answer? How impulsive I am. I'll find interest in a new hobby, spend $300 that I really shouldn't spend on new supplies, obsess over the hobby for a week, and then never touch the supplies again. I wish I was less nostalgic. It would a lot easier to walk forward if the past wasn't so enchanting. That I seldom finish what. I hate myself for regretting almost everything I say. Nothing if you learn to love yourself for who you are. Body shape. I'm not content with being normal. If my brain isn't drowning in dopamine, I'm bored as hell. That I can't let anything go. There are things I've said and done ages ago that were embarrassing or just stupid that I'll still think about. I wish I could just get over it. What's the most hilarious name you've heard someone give to their pet? I once met a super grumpy looking cat that probably weighed like 30 pounds, whose name was Bruce. I found it so funny. It wasn't hilarious until I heard it said out loud. So in my dad's culture it's very common to go by a short nickname instead of your name, and he is introducing a friend from abroad to his family, and it's nicknames like this is Nono, Cheppy, Tato, Peppa, etc. And after introductions the friend asks, what's the dog's name? Juan Sebastian. A blind, deaf dog at the vet clinic named Helen Smeller. Once knew someone with a dog named Grandma. My friend's dog is a German Shepherd and has been named Salmon. I've got a cat named Cheese Sandwich. Used to have 2 turtles named Beans and Toast. Reddit. Where do you vacation with senior parents 70? My dad is gone cancer and I have a wife and kids, so this might change things a bit, but I rented a cabin in the Smoky Mountains and took my mom with us. She had her own room and enjoyed a lot of the touristy things. We wanted to do some hiking, and she stayed at the cabin with our youngest. It really worked well. Gatlinburg and Piggenforge have things that don't require a lot of walking and are accessible to Rawlaters walkers. Branson, Missouri. Caribbean is always nice. Are they able to walk? That might help with how far you can go. If you can travel, I've always thought it would be awesome to take my parents on an African safari to see some elephants and giraffes. What scared you as a kid? My mom. Still scares me. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I used to be so terrified of being kidnapped. My mom's alcoholic, abusive boyfriends. Going to school without telling my grandma I love her. My drunk uncle in a Santa outfit. Overpasses and bathroom fans. Neighbor's rooster. Damn mean bird loved to terrorize me, and it was a great day when it finally ended up in a soup. Flushing the toilet at 3 a.m. Personally, that was super scary. Tomb Raider's waiter who would follow you around in the PS1 if you know you know. The opening and ending credits of Unsolved Mysteries. Thunderstorms. Large Marge. The song Hotel California. What's the best non-alcoholic way to make a party crazy and fun? Let a few piglets loose in the house. Indoor fireworks. Games and good food. Drugs. Greased melon. The right type of people. People that can have fun without alcohol make alcohol-free parties fun. Hookers and blow-s. I invited a few couples over, some of them pretty religious and don't drink, but we played adult Mad Libs. It was hilarious seeing them break out of their shells and just belly laugh at some of the things we all would come up with in that game. Cocaine. Music. Music gets me as high as booze. Sex. Air hockey. Don't invite the alcoholics. Get naked. Smash, although Melee or Ultimate would be best if they're available. A Halloween party.